Lindsay Lou.
Lindsay. Hey, y'all. I'm Lindsay Loon. So it's crazy out there. I have told so many people to be safe. It sounds like I'm obsessed with getting people to wear condoms. Be safe, be safe. I'm like a crazy high school health teacher running after the kids with condoms. Like, take these. This one's flavored. It's not bad. Don't ask me how I know. I'm Jewish and half hillbilly. I'm a Jew-billy. My father's family is from the mountains in North Carolina, and my mother's is from 5,780 years of Jewish suffering. But it's fun being a Jew-billy. Shalom, y'all. I can hunt squirrels. And bargains, too. I'll overwhelm you with hospitality and hypochondria. I'm drunk on Shabbos and most other days, too. Yeah. I've got Jewish guilt that erodes my ego and hillbilly ingenuity that erodes my credit rating. We've got Jewish accountants that'll do your taxes and hillbillies who will do your taxidermy. I take my matzo balls bacon wrapped. And yes, I have yelled the words, "Hey y'all, watch this!" But I also have very good insurance. And I can never forgive, but I sure can forget. With some moonshine or Manischewitz. So I love Jewish and hillbilly music, but I think it's confusing because it's so similar. No, seriously. I mean, when you listen to it, it's all happy, sad music, right? It's like happy when it's sad when it's happy. You've got klezmer, have a tequila, have 10 tequila with a moonshine chaser, Venus Mira. And that's the party song. And blues is just depression with sex appeal. I lost my job, can't pay my rent. Oy vey, feeling verklempt. It's the same soul, y'all. So my dad's an astrophysicist. And I know what you're thinking. Another hillbilly astrophysicist. Cliche. But rockets do answer the hillbilly question. How does that blow up? My dad doesn't save his insight for the stars either. He likes to drop life lessons like out of nowhere. So one day he goes, "Lindsay, having unprotected sex is like running into traffic with your eyes closed." And I was 12 years old and very confused. I was like, is this a sex talk or a traffic safety talk? And then I realized it's my dad. It's both. Yeah. He's just that efficient. So we talked about sex again, a mere 15 years later. I told him I wanted to be an actor and comedian, and he cut right to it. Don't get pregnant, and watch your sodium intake. I don't know how he knew about my fantasy of having sex on a bed of potato chips, but that was pretty exciting. So he called me last week. "Lindsay, I'd like to apologize for your childhood. When you came along, your mother and I were rank amateurs. I think we've done much better with your sister." Everyone thinks they've done much better with my sister, including a few ex-boyfriends. Yeah. But I travel a lot. I'm a wandering Jew, Billy. And I spent years living in Japan. One day I was at the public bath, where everybody's naked. And there's this little old lady. She's like in her 90s, and she's eyeing me up and down. And she says, 本当に白いですね. You really are white. 絶対 all over. So that was my first Me Too moment. And I couldn't help thinking, this kind of thing never happens to my sister. But then again, she doesn't get naked with strangers. So, different life. Yeah. There's a phrase that drives me crazy. I hate it. Nice to meet you. Like, is it? You just met, right? I mean, it's hopeful to meet you at best. So I think what we should do is what the Japanese do. They say, hajimemashite. It has begun. It's on. And, no promises, right? It's on. And it's so versatile. You can use it on internet dates or for bombing Pearl Harbor. Too soon, I know. There's a phrase I love, though. Have a nice day. I mean, it may seem cheesy, but in a hard quarantine, we need that boost. And besides, it's just a classy way of saying, don't be an asshole. We could really swap them out. Just, thank you for choosing Verizon. Don't be an asshole. Here's your groceries, ma'am. Don't be an asshole. Thank you for donating to the American Cancer Society. Don't be an asshole. Yeah. So I'm dating a guy named Mike, and we've been on and off for 4 years. We've got a lot of problems, I mean, as a comedian, I spend a lot of time with a different kind of Mike, and at least this Mike listens to me and stays hard. But we were fighting, and we decided we can't date anymore. So we moved in together. Because cohabitating should solve our problems. Yeah. And I feel kind of bad talking about Mike, but we discussed it. And he wants you to know that he's a good enough guy that he's okay with my talking about him in shows. Yeah. He's just not a good enough guy to be here. And he's right upstairs. We live together.
Wow.
We live together for now. Anyway, my mom really likes him, She likes him so much she doesn't care that he's not Jewish. He's my goy boy. And she can't really care anyway because, she married her goy boy. And Mike's more than 5 years younger than me, so technically he's my goy boy toy. Yeah. Yeah. But Mike and I are so different. I'm talkative and social, and he's quiet. He doesn't say much. But when he does, it's really mean. Yeah. Except about my sister. But I keep trying to get him to be outgoing, but he's not, He's just not sensitive. He's my emotional non-support animal. Yeah. So my grandma gave me some advice. She said, Lindsay, you want to find yourself a man that you don't want to kill every day. You're still going to want to kill him most days, honey, but every day is bad. Yeah. But the thing with Mike is, it's not a dead-end relationship. There's a lot of love, It's like a cul-de-sac relationship. Is it cozy? Absolutely. Is it going nowhere? Absolutely. But I've got a backup plan. If things don't work out with Mike, I'll just set him up with my sister. We're half hillbilly. It's all in the family.
Oh,
Be safe and lovable, y'all. Don't be an asshole. I'm Lindsay Lynn.